Dobar dan svima, jel mi čujete dobro? Super. Lijepo vas je vidjeti u ovako velikom broju. Moje ime je Ružica Pejić, ja sam predstavnica BHV Educationa i konkretno koordinatorica studijskih programa u Danskoj. Za početak, za one koji možda još uvijek ne znaju, premda pretpostavljam da ste svi čuli za nas, dakle, mi smo organizacija koja se bavi obrazovnim programima u inozemstvu već 22 godine u Hrvatskoj, što nas ujedno čini i najstarijom organizacijom koja se bavi ovakvom vrstom aktivnosti ovdje kod nas u Hrvatskoj i u regiji. Ono što mi radimo u sklopu našeg djelovanja, dakle, informiramo naše polaznike, savjetujemo vas, upućujemo i naravno pripremamo i prijavljujemo na studijske programe u inozemstvu. Dakle, ja ću ovaj početni dio skratiti i reći ono što je najbitnije. S obzirom da ste svi ovdje došli radi studija u Danskoj, tu su naši izlagači, kojih imamo najviše iz Danske, ove godine čak njih 8, s tim da nam, stigle su nam s Aarhus University-a. Okay. Great. Do you need a chair?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Don't sit on my lap.
Thank you, I'm good. Dobro, probili smo led. Ono što mi radimo u sklopu naših savjetodavnih usluga u procesu prijave, dakle, od početka krećemo s profesionalnom orijentacijom i savjetovanjem. Za sve vas koji možda još uvijek ne znate što biste htjeli studirati, u kojem smjeru krenuti, ili ako znate možda je to područje preopćenito, onda vas putem testa koji je rađen po Harrison Assessment metodi, najpoznatijoj metodi za profesionalnu orijentaciju u SAD-u, koji koriste brojne velike kompanije kao što su Sony, Microsoft i slično. Dakle, mi smo jedini testni centar u Hrvatskoj po toj metodi, već 2 godine se bavimo tim poslom i imamo naš stručni tim psihologa koji nakon što riješite test vas vodi kroz cijeli proces savjetovanja i analize dobivenih rezultata. Nakon što smo odredili što biste htjeli studirati, dakle koji su to studijski programi, biramo zemlju koja će vas najviše zanimati. Pretpostavljam da vas ovdje većinom zanima najviše Danska. Jesam li u pravu? Da. Dobro. Ok, znači znamo da vas zanima Danska. U tom slučaju gledamo da li Danska nudi taj program koji vas zanima na engleskom jeziku. Zatim krećemo od one važne točke, a to je vaše znanje engleskog jezika. Dakle, pružamo vam mogućnost rješavanja probnog testa engleskog jezika, a test koji je potreban za polaganje, naravno za prijem na studij, polažete kod nas u uredu. To je Oxford Placement test koji je online test, piše se sat vremena i odmah znamo rezultate, tako da je stvar poprilično jednostavna, ne trebate se unaprijed prijavljivati kod nekih drugih institucija i slično. Nakon toga, naravno, s vama prikupljamo cjelokupnu dokumentaciju, prevodimo vaše svjedodžbe, pomažemo vam pisati motivacijsko pismo koje igra dosta važnu ulogu u cijelom procesu prijave jer to je način na koji ćete se vi početno prezentirati samoj instituciji na koju se prijavljujete. U procesu prijave možete se prijaviti na 1 do 5 fakulteta. Mi naravno svima preporučamo da naprave prijavu na bar 2 ili 3 fakulteta, tako da imamo široku lepezu i izbor, jer je Danska iz godine u godinu sve konkurentnija, odnosno sve više prijava ima, što znači i da ima sve veći broj boljih prijava, odnosno kandidata koji imaju velike vještine i sve ostalo. Dakle, osim što prevodimo cjelokupnu dokumentaciju, pomažemo vam kod same prijave, kod nas pišete test engleskog jezika, spajamo vas sa svim ostalim polaznicima koji idu u zemlju, tako da niste sami u cijeloj toj priči, možete se međusobno razmjenjivati informacije, možda skupa planirati pronalazak smještaja, također vam pomažemo u tom dijelu pronalaska smještaja i nakon toga svega dolazimo do faze kad će vas institucija pozvati na osobni intervju, dakle da još jednom testiramo vaše znanje engleskog jezika. Ti intervjui su najčešće putem Skype-a, video poziva. Neki od predstavnika fakulteta dolaze osobno kod nas u ured i taj dan onda organiziramo za taj fakultet intervjue. Prije toga ćemo s našim polaznicima odraditi radionicu, tako da biste se vi mogli bolje pripremiti za taj osobni intervju koji zapravo je ključna faza u cijelom procesu prijave. gdje će oni vidjeti koliko ste komunikativni, kako baratate engleskim jezikom, zašto želite upisati njihov fakultet, zašto baš tu zemlju i općenito će dobiti cjelokupni dojam osim onog što imaju čisto na papiru. Nakon toga ćemo naravno saznati rezultate i ići dalje procesuirati do samog vašeg odlaska na studij. Što se tiče Danske, pretpostavljam da mnogi od vas već znaju neke informacije, zato ste tu. Pod broj 1 glavna prednost studiranja u Danskoj, što je studij besplatan, dakle nema školarina za europske građane. Druga stvar, imate besplatan tečaj danskog jezika tijekom cijelog vremena studiranja gore. Uz to, uz studij možete raditi do 15 sati tjedno. Za sve vas koji ćete pronaći posao koji će biti kontinuiran kroz cijelu godinu od 11 do 15 sati tjedno, direktno imate mogućnost dobiti državnu stipendiju koja iznosi otprilike oko 5.500 kuna, plus naravno ono što ćete zaraditi radeći taj studentski posao. Tako da zapravo ono što danska vlada radi, osim što motivira internacionalne studente da dođu studirati u Danskoj, pa na taj način nemate školarine, odnosno besplatno je, uz to motiviraju one koji će dodatno se angažirati i htjeti raditi za vrijeme studija, jer svi znamo da su općenito skandinavske zemlje imaju visoke troškove života koje na ovaj način možete u cijelosti pokriti. Osim toga, ja sam osobno posjetila 3 fakulteta u Danskoj i oduševljena sam zapravo njihovim sveučilišnim kapacitetima. Dakle, to su sve najmodernije zgrade sa vrhunskom opremom. Ako studirate, ne znam, grafički dizajn ili slično, dakle imate komore, imate 3D printere, imate sve što vam je potrebno zapravo da savladate praktični dio tog usmjerenja. Glavna prednost studiranja u Danskoj, što je veliki naglasak na praksi, na praktičnom znanju, odnosno primijenjenom znanju. Dakle, sve što ćete učiti, učit ćete na taj način da to možete primijeniti na konkretnom projektu koji ćete raditi u timovima, u malim grupama. I to je zapravo glavna prednost koju možete dobiti studiranjem u Danskoj, a što zapravo, nažalost, nemamo mogućnost dobiti na hrvatskim fakultetima. Druga stvar, odnosno 3. ili 10. već, u Danskoj nemamo mogućnost studirati sve studijske programe na engleskom jeziku. Ono što u Danskoj možete studirati na engleskom jeziku, to su sve vrste biznisa, ekonomije, menadžmenta, turizma, informacijskih tehnologija, computer science, web dizajna, fashion dizajna, pattern dizajna, arhitektura, zatim građevina, ICT engineering, znači oblik računarstva i slično. Sad sam možda neke izostavila, ali to su u principu, neki od njih nude još specifične programe na engleskom jeziku koji druge ne nude, to ćemo dotaknuti se toga kad oni budu postavljali pitanja. Dobro. Znači, ovo je bio početni uvod. So now we can start our discussion. After I briefly introduced studying in Denmark, I would like to welcome our partner institutions and invite them all to introduce themselves shortly in few words. I will ask Business Academy Aarhus to introduce themselves.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Andy Grantham. I am from the Business Academy in Aarhus. The Business Academy in Aarhus is one of the larger business academies.
I should come here because of the camera, so we can be all in one.
The Business Academy in Aarhus is one of the larger business academies. We offer undergraduate programs, so that's bachelor level programs. We don't offer master programs, unfortunately. We have roughly 4,500 full-time students. 1,000 of those are international. We have nationalities from about 70 different countries. It's based in Aarhus. I don't know how much I should go about Aarhus, the city itself. We have there's a lot of different institutions, so we'll go over that later on. Yeah.
The second one, DANIA, Academy of Business and Technology.
It's me.
Yeah.
Shall I take this one or this one? Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's better taking that one. Otherwise I'll stand with my back to the audience.
Here you are.
Thanks a lot. Hi everyone, my name is Michael. That's actually how the students approach me, my first name. That's typically Danish. Not Professor Nielsen or anything like that. I'll go backwards out of the door if that was the case. A few words about our institution. Where Aarhus was a big one, Dania is a small one, placed in 2 cities not far away from Aarhus, in the mid part of Jutland in the province. And we are taking in about 100 students, international students, at our 2 institutions in Viborg and Randers every year. So you will not be in a big institution, you'll be in a small institution where everyone knows you and you know us. Not a number, but a person, as they call it. And one thing more about it, because we're in the province, living costs are less, 400 to 600 euros per month, and accommodation guarantee for all incoming students. We have very few studies in English. It's tourism, it's marketing management, it's IT technology, and automotive technology. The last one, a rare education for those who want to be leaders within the automotive area. I think that was about us. So,
Yeah, thank you.
Voilà les beaux.
The next one is a Faculty of Arts from Aarhus University.
Hi everyone, my name is Kirsten. I'm from Aarhus University, the Faculty of Arts. We are a pretty big university. My colleague Lene is sitting over there. She's from Business and Social Sciences. Currently we have about 15,000 students at my faculty, so there's 4 really big faculties at my university. We offer a full range of liberal arts, fine arts, and religion at my faculty. Mostly right now, our programs are within the liberal arts, at least in the English ones. As Lena will also recognize, we do have bachelor programs in English, but mostly we're a graduate university, which means that we have more grad students than we have undergrad students. So our specialty is probably within, it is within the graduate programs, and we offer pretty much, if not a full, then a very wide range, at least.
Thank you. The next one is the International Business Academy from Kolding.
Hi everyone, my name is Laura Peter and I'm representing IBA International Business Academy from Kolding with my colleague Melita. And we are from Kolding, that's located in southern Denmark, so it's a very lovely city. We have undergraduate programs as well as master programs. Our students are approximately more than 1,500 students itself from throughout Denmark and also international. Most of our students are international, around 40–50% of our all of the students that are actually studying at IBA. We offer programs in marketing, business, entrepreneurship, design and multimedia management. And yes, you are more than welcome to visit our table later on, and we can provide you with more information. Thank you.
Thank you. The next one is School of Business and Social Sciences, also from Aarhus University.
Yes. Yeah, that's me. My name is Lena, and I'm from the School of Business and Social Sciences, also from Aarhus University. We're a faculty of Aarhus University. Aarhus University is a top 100 ranked university in the world. We have 45,000 students, which is, we're a big university. We're one of the biggest in Denmark. The School of Business and Social Sciences have the Triple Crown accreditation on our business courses. We have 3 bachelor programs that are taught in English, and then we have 17 master programs taught in English. So yes, we're a very good business school, but we also have social sciences. So we have a master's in political science as well as economics and management as well. So I hope to see you at our table.
Thank you. The next one is University College of Northern Denmark.
Okay, that's me. My name is Stefan, and as you can hear by name, I'm here actually from Croatia. So, I mean, most of you actually already saw me there on the table, so you can come later, ask a few questions. I'm there now for a year studying, so, and I'm sorry, but I can't like sell the university like most of them can, because I'm not employed there. But what I can tell you is that my university has like 19 different programs taught in English, which is mostly like business or technology related, and it's all bachelor degree level. So we are based in Aalborg mostly. That's like city in the north of Denmark, 200,000 inhabitants. It's like size of Split or Rijeka here in Croatia. And I mean, I can only tell you like my honest opinion, it's really cool. So like if you're still unsure whether to go to Denmark or not, like just go, just do it. You can always come back, you know. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Stefan. The next one is VIA University College.
That's me, Thorsten Ulsik from the University College, the largest university of applied science in Denmark, in fact. Half of our students are international students, and we have from 60 different countries across Europe and elsewhere. We have programs in business, fashion and business, and engineering, architectural technology, construction management. And I can confirm Michael's approach that since I'm also a lecturer, that we have this sort of very low-key approach that we prefer. Also, you notice that Lena said she's Lena. This is what we do. That there's this very short distance between the faculty members and the students.
Thank you. And the last one is the Zealand Institute of Business and Technology.
Hello everyone, I'm Kenneth. I'm from Zealand Institute of Business and Technology. We are situated on Zealand. We have 5 campuses close to Copenhagen, around 4,000 full-time students, and come and visit me later.
Short but sweet. Thank you all. Now we can start with discussion on our most important topics. For every question, I will choose a specific institution to give us an answer. After that, the audience will have their opportunity and time to ask their questions. So let's start. First question will be addressed to VIA, Zealand and Business Academy Aarhus. And the question is, can you tell us, do you already have Croatian students? And if you do you know why do they choose Denmark and particularly your institution? So, Thorsten, please. Yeah.
Okay, so actually I came to Croatia 3 years ago, immediately after you entered the EU, because we thought this is a great opportunity. And the first thing I noticed about Croatian students was their extremely good skills in English. Probably it was striking how good students speak English, and we really appreciate that. Of course, it's an advantage for you when you're studying in a program, but also that you came so well prepared. Why do Croatian students choose Denmark? But I think I would like to not address that, first of all, on behalf of VIA, but on behalf of all the universities, because we provide good quality education. I could speak at great length about what education is in Denmark. I mentioned the fact that we use a first name basis, which I think reflects lecturer approachability. And I know from having spoken to lots of students that students really value that they can access their teachers in all kinds of situations, whether they have questions in class addressing teachers because there's a challenge for them with the academic content, but also that they can go to them at their offices and talk to them on personal problems regarding academic issues. And in general, teachers are very much involved in the process of developing education together and the teaching methods together with students. We will always be open to and involve students in the process, in the learning process as we call it. In other words, we reflect with you on what it means to learn and how you can learn. Because not only do we want to teach you academic content, we also want to prepare you for the future, where you are in constant reflection on what it is that I'm working with, how can I approach a problem, how can I deal with a problem, and how can I improve my methods. So I think that's one of the great differences perhaps from other programs which are more focused on entirely the theory of their studies. We focus both on content but also on process. Other things that make Denmark attractive would be that it's a safe country, it's a green country, it's a country with a good social security network. All of you will, once you get to Denmark, discover that you will be issued with a healthcare card. And also, of course, not to hide the fact that studying for international students from the EU is free of charge. There's no tuition fee. I don't know if you had anything else in mind for now?
No, thank you.
Yeah.
The next one will answer the same question. The Institute, or you can. Business Academy office.
So yeah, a lot of the same things that Torsten said about living in Denmark. Specifically at the Business Academy Aarhus, we have a similar story where we started recruiting actively here about a couple of years ago. So the first year, back in 2013, when you guys were looking to come into the EU, we had a couple of students apply and one, I think, got accepted. And over the years it's slowly developed, and now that's 10 times or more students apply now in terms of the studies at Business Academy in Aarhus. So we have currently, I think, about 16 or 17 Croatian students at Business Academy in Aarhus studying various different subjects. As well, myself, I come from Scotland originally, so I'm not Danish. I only represent a Danish institution. So I can speak for what was said as well about living in Denmark. The standard of living is a lot higher. You're really taken care of in terms of jobs after you graduate as well. It's a bit of a funny situation in Denmark. There's a lot of political debate at the moment, but there's a strong focus. There's a lot of international companies in Denmark. So if you're proactive and you get your education, then there are opportunities available to kind of get a job in Denmark afterwards as well. So yeah.
Thank you. And Zilla?
Yeah, I could say almost the same. At the moment we have around 10 Croatian students at CBET. And why you should choose CBET? It's a small classes, entrepreneurial institution. It's quite easy to find a job and quite easy to find accommodation.
Thank you. Next question will be addressed to IBA, UCN and DANIA. Which are your most popular study programs among Croatian and other EU students?
Well, I'm particularly coming from Hungary, so I'm not Danish myself, so I can talk about the EU citizens. But I think the most important thing for EU citizens and Croatian students as well is that it's very practical oriented, like the approach that you're not learning a theory, but you put everything into theory or into practice. And the most important and the most valuable programs that we offer is the marketing management. And I think that that is the most popular among EU citizens as well. Everybody is interested in business and that they want to know how the business is operating, basically. So marketing management would be the most popular, and as well we offer double degree programs. For example, the business management across Europe. That takes 3 years in 3 different countries. And also we have a special program called Euro-Asia Business Management, which takes 4 years, and then you study 2 years in Denmark and 2 years in Shanghai in China. So you would get 2 degrees by having actually 1 education.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll say it from here. I guess it's everybody can see me anyway. Most popular study programs. I mean, as I said, we offer 19 English taught programs. But what I can say, what I know from other students and people, the ones that I personally recommend are, as my colleague here from IBA told, marketing management is a really popular one. They have like 2 or 3 international classes. Then graphic design is also really good. Multimedia design. Also, I would recommend my program, which is like architectural technology and construction management. But beside that, I mean, just if you take a brochure later and just look through it, any program, and that's like the most important thing, any program is up to date. It's like new and relevant information, and it kind of prepares you for the market nowadays. It's like not what was taught 20, 30 years ago. Like I know for some courses here in Croatia, it's something new, something that you can use tomorrow if you want. So, yeah, that's about our programs. And
Thank you, Stefan.
So, hi again. I just noticed that my colleagues forgot to mention that Denmark is the happiest place on earth. It's an American investigation taking place every year in order to find the happiest place on earth. And every year, Denmark wins. Really. I think the reason is that we don't have bosses pushing around with us. We are actually considered more as a colleague. We don't really have bosses in the old-fashioned way. We all have a big deal of responsibility for what we are doing. And that's also what we are trying to teach our students. Not to repeat what the teacher said, but actually take part in it, use the tools we teach it. So about most popular Croatian studies, that's again marketing and IT technology. IT technology is actually for those who want to be responsible for the IT system of a company or want to work as consultants, helping small and medium-sized companies with their IT stuff. We don't have any in the tourist yet. It's actually the Center of Tourism Education in Denmark. And actually with all the tourism you have done in Croatia, that should be a good study for you as well. So, hvala lepo.
The next one is very short for BIA and Business Academy Aarhus. Do you have any other specific programs offered at your university?
So, right. Yeah, in addition to marketing management, and that was also mentioned here, and architectural technology and construction management, we have fashion and business. We have, in fact, 8 different specializations within the fashion industry, from fashion design to over pattern design to various aspects of running a business and branding within the fashion industry. In addition to that, we have several engineering programs, and even though as a teacher I wouldn't be in the sort of department of giving guarantees, but I can tell you that if you, and always choose according to your motivation and heart, but if you choose engineering, that is a really good choice for future job prospects. There are, especially civil engineering, mechanical engineering and supply engineering are programs that will almost guarantee give you a job if you learn Danish. Having a full-time job in Denmark requires, once you are a graduate, requires that you can speak Danish. But that is not a problem because you just take a Danish course. Any of the cities or towns you go to, the local city council will offer you Danish courses free of charge, and we can only encourage you to do this because we want you to stay once you've graduated. Not for good, but to kickstart your career. Take a few years in Denmark, get a good kickstart, and base that on good Danish skills.
Good point.
Yeah, I would definitely underscore the learning of Danish, even if it's just a little bit. I think most of the universities here also offer free Danish lessons to their students on campus or nearby in the local Danish schools, which doesn't cost anything. So it's a good way to kind of prepare yourself, whether it's a full-time job or just getting a student job. Just the fact that you are making the effort to learn a little bit of the language shows employers that you're kind of willing to make the effort in that sense. In terms of, what's the question again? In terms of our specific educations, one that's probably quite unique to us is the chemical and biotechnical studies. Both at AP level, that's a 2-year course, or the top-up degree, which also then has food process and technology as well. In terms of that, it's very much working in the lab, doing experiments. They have actually a brewery on site where they do experiments on the yeast extracts and the different barley types to look at what the different types of beers are made and how they're made and why the reactions happen the way they do. It's just an example of some of the stuff they do in the course. I can also talk in terms of the job prospects. A lot of the graduates from these programs are actually in jobs before they even graduate from the top-up program, because They're out in internships a year for the first part of the AP program, and then again for 6 months in the top-up program. And a lot of them are actually headhunted before they've even finished their courses, because it is quite popular and it's a good area to get into as well.
Thank you. Now I would like to use this moment and welcome once again our representatives from Aarhus University, who are for the first time participating at our fair, and would like to address the next question to them and Zealand Institute. If you can explain us a little bit differences between universities, university colleges, institutes and business academies. So, who would like to explain us?
Sure, right here.
Yeah.
Okay, Lynn, go ahead.
Well, it's going to be a bit difficult for me to explain the main differences, because obviously I'm an expert on Aarhus University. I don't necessarily know the academies or the colleges or the institutes, what they can offer. I think it's a very personal choice. What type of education suits you? You know, do you go for the universities who are included in the world rankings and so on? Do you go to academies or colleges or institutes, perhaps that has a more practical approach in some of their subjects? Perhaps it's also the length of the education at the universities. We see students go through all 5 years of education, where some of the other schools offer a more flexible program, perhaps where you can spend 2 years or you can do a 1 year. But I'm not going to stand here and talk a lot about their programs because I can't.
Yeah.
So yes, I don't know if perhaps Kenneth, you want to elaborate a bit on institutes and the role.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit about the difference. Always the more practical way, we try to combine the theories and practice. So the things we're going to learn you in classes, we're going to teach you them so you can use it in the real world. So we're working closely together with companies on real life cases.
Okay. And the next question, if you can explain us what is an academic professional degree and top-up bachelor degree.
Yeah. The AP degree is a 2-year program or 2.5-year program, and in our program is an internship for 3 months, so you're going to work in a real company. It means that from day one, when you have graduated, you can actually work. You don't have to learn to work. You guys come from the universities. And the top-up is a 1.5 year you can take after the AP program. As Lena said, sometimes you can split up. It could be a little bit hard to, I have to take 5 years in universities, you can take 2 years, if it's okay, you don't take 1.5 year more, and so on.
Thank you. Most of our partner institutions from Denmark offer only undergraduate programs. So I would like to give next few minutes to the representatives or representative from Faculty of Arts, for the first, to tell us something more about their master programs and opportunities.
Okay, so hi, I'm from the Faculty of Arts. Like Lena said, we're a traditional university. I cannot say much about how other academies and colleges do it. I say that we're part of the Bologna process, which means that we have a typical 3 years bachelor's program topped by 2 years of master's, and then if you go all the way, a 3-year PhD program. So what I see, I also do short-term mobility, and the difference I see between Danish universities and others are that in many countries, most students spend the first year of their bachelor's program finding out what they want, find a major or a minor. We do that preparation in high school, the last year in high school. So once you choose to apply for a bachelor's degree, you're onto a career track from the moment you enter university. So basically, you will look for something in philosophy or business, or you'll be on track. What we do differently at the Faculty of Arts is, like I said, we're a graduate university, so I have 20 master programs in English. We specialize in the master programs, and we cover the whole range. Right from the traditional ones in philosophy or linguistics, over to very new research-based, on-hands interdisciplinary programs, combining different disciplines across faculties. And that makes for a very interesting learning environment, because once you're in one of those master's programs, you will be in a classroom with students who have a completely different bachelor's program from yourself. And that makes for a very dynamic teaching environment. And like Torsten and Andy also said, the structure is very flat. So you're on your first name basis with your professor. You're supposed to participate actively in class, even challenge whatever is said if you feel that you can argument. You have a good argument. Your teacher will listen to you. Also, the academic tradition in Denmark and at the university is very highly based on teamwork and learning to interact with different cultures and different environments. So I think that's one of the strong points that we have. We're very process-oriented in the way we teach and the way we expect our students to learn. So I don't know if that was specific enough for my faculty.
Do you have anything to add about your master programs?
Well, of course we have different master programs in the School of Business and Social Science. Of course the same methods apply that Kirsten talked about, but we are a little bit unusual in the way that we actually have a Master of Science in Engineering as well in Technology-Based Business Development, where you combine engineering skills with business development, and you can perhaps go into developing your own products, and if you're an entrepreneur, this would perhaps be a program for you. This is of course on a master level. 17 master programs in total. If you have done a bachelor in business administration and economics, we have 12 different specialities within economics and business administration that you can choose, like finance or finance and international business. And then again, political science. So, and of course, you know, Aarhus University, we have a lot of master programs that we'd like to talk to you about. Come and visit our tables after this is finished. Yeah.
Every spring and summer we are working hard finding accommodation for our students that are going to Denmark, because there are no housing guarantees in student dorms. So we would like to ask you for some advices. Yeah, you'll have your chance. Who would like to share with us their experiences and how does it look like in your city and institution?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, DANIA has accommodation guarantee as one of the few institutions in Denmark. That means when you are admitted, you're guaranteed a place to stay. So that we have no guarantee is not true, but it's not to be found at many places. So actually that's very typical for the way we take care of you, that we actually are doing quite a lot to help you get into the studies in the best way, being a part of the DANIA family. So, yes?
Thank you.
What was that?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Anyone else? Yeah.
It's really nice to be among the few. Because we're based in 3 different places. Horsens, Herning and Aarhus. You have to check the map of Jutland. Aarhus is a big city, many students, many go to Happiest and Kirsten's faculties. So there it's difficult to promise that you can get a room. You have to look around, but I think most international students manage, surprisingly, even that environment to get accommodation. In Horsens and in Herning, we have accommodation guarantee. If you apply just before semester start, but if you apply in May, June, we can guarantee you that you will have a room. So it's nice to be selected here.
So I'm going to maybe elaborate a little bit on the situation in Aarhus, which kind of covers our main ones. There's an online website called Student Housing Aarhus, where all the student housing for the whole city is placed. Obviously, the more picky you are with where you want to live, the harder it's going to be for you to get a place to stay. But you can apply for the houses on these sites up to 6 months before you start. So I think I can speak for us all when we say we tell all our students to do that as soon as you're even considering signing up for one of our educations. Even if you don't come or don't decide to come to Denmark, it doesn't matter, because it doesn't cost you anything to be on the site. All you have to do is renew your profile every month. so that you go higher up the waiting list, basically. There is actually housing guarantee in Aarhus as well. It doesn't guarantee that you will have a house by the time your studies start, but it guarantees that you will get housing. I think it's by the end of November, or before the new year starts anyway. So it's not as good a guarantee as the other guys have here, but it's because Aarhus is a really student-centric city, so 20% of the population roughly are students, so you can imagine all the different institutions in the area, all the new students are coming at the same time. So if you wait till August to start looking for accommodation, the likelihood is you're going to be really struggling to find somewhere. There are what's it called, short-term housing available, where they've put like porta cabins up around about the city so that you can have short-term accommodation, so you're not going to be homeless in that sense. But we really recommend to kind of do it as soon as you're even considering coming.
I just want to mention that School of Business and Social Science, we actually have a campus in Herning as well, and we give accommodation guarantee in Herning, and you will actually get your bachelor and master degree from Aarhus University, even if you choose the Herning campus. Just
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say it now from a student perspective, because I went through all of that, student finding accommodation a year ago. Again, I'm studying in Aalborg, so that's in the north, 2,000 inhabitants. Is it easy to find an accommodation? No, it's not easy. It's a lot easier if you, for example, I had one of my first roommate from Croatia, so I applied in March, and I got my apartment from 1st of September, which was really cool. So I was only 10 days in a local hostel. Yeah. But I know that a lot of people came to that hostel and been there for 2-3 months, because the local komuna, or I'll say it in Croatian, gradska uprava, they help you out with paying for it. So you only pay 80 kunas or kronas, it's the same value, per night in that hostel, and that's for the first 2-3 months. I can tell you, as one of the rare people had an apartment for 1st of September, a lot of people wanted to when that 2-3 months passed, I even had 2 Polish guys sleeping in my apartment, 1 Danish guy actually, so it you help each other out. So from that side, from the student side, from experience, it's really cool. But then again, you can find it, you just need to be patient. So accommodation in Aalborg, it's hard to find, but possible. And it's a lot easier if you know somebody there, if you have some contacts. Because I came as a second generation there, I knew nobody. It was maybe 7-8 people in Aalborg. Now it's 20, 30. So it's a bit easier if you know somebody, they can help you out with anything. Yeah. Hvala lijepa.
Yeah, sure.
So in Kolding we have a website. It's also provided by Kolding Kommune. It's the government. It's called studentkolding.dk. And you can apply to apartments and then rooms over there. It's a 1-room or 2-room apartment. And for example, as a student, I also got my apartment through them, so it's perfectly safe and then perfectly trustworthy. You have to keep it in mind that the apartments are not furnished, so you have to furnish it. However, when you're networking, you can also start networking already on Facebook when you apply or before you apply to the academy. And we have some Facebook groups, and you can also chat with people. You can find roommates, and they also post when they got their offers. They posted that they need a roommate, so you can easily chat, and then you can easily figure out the topics on accommodation. And yeah, I think the sooner you apply, the better it is. And of course, as a student 3 years ago, when I first moved there, I didn't really apply on time, so that was my mistake, so don't be that stupid. So be actually very up to date, and then apply well in advance, because you're most likely to get an apartment on time.
Thank you. And our last topic. Since Denmark is known as a very expensive country, next topic will be dedicated to the living expenses, student job, scholarships, and further job and career opportunities after graduation. We are happy to have among our guests 3 Croatian students who are already studying in Denmark, so I'm inviting them to tell us and share their experiences about these topics.
would you guys start or?
Who wants to start?
Come on. Come on. Just
Come on, Ružica.
Thank you. I'm so nervous, so yeah. My name is Milica, I'm 20 years old, and I started my AP degree at IBA in Kolding 2 years ago. I started marketing management with the help of BHV Education. I was so scared when I just went there, but actually it was so nice experience and a big surprise when I got there how different this is from Croatian style actually. As everybody mentioned before, first of all, connection with teachers is so much better. It's more, I would say, friendship than actually teacher and student. Just one example I want to say is that our teacher from marketing wanted to reward us some kind, and he invited us for a barbecue at his own place. I think that would never happen in Croatia. The next question is if I had a student job there and if I have some scholarships. I want to say that to find student job in Kolding is quite hard, but if you search, you can definitely find it. And the minimum wage you can get is 100 krunas, so with this you can cover all your expenses. But besides that, and I don't want to talk about programs now because you can hear this at our table, I want to say about international opportunities that you can get at our school. So I went for Erasmus program, maybe you already heard about this. It's going to another university just to continue your studies, but with a scholarship from IBA. It was really nice experience, and after that I decided to go even further and I took internship abroad. I did it in Germany, and I also had like a scholarship from my own school in Denmark. Well, this gave me a really huge professional and personal growth because I improved my English skills, I improved my presentation skills, event management skills, and so on. And I think I definitely won't stop here. And I will try to grow more and search more, and IBA is just the right place if you want to find some nice international opportunities, and also student life is just great here. So if you want to hear more about opportunities that you get at IBA besides studying and normal programs that we have, you can just come to our table and me and my colleague will tell you more about this. Thank you.
Thank you. And the next is Vilju.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Luka. I come from Croatia as well, and I've been in Denmark it's been a year now. It's been hard at the start, that's for sure. I came with my own money, I came on my own. In fact, I had a brother here, and now I'm with my girlfriend. It's good when you get into it, when you start up, when you get the job, get the school right. It's great. There's no way you can be so independent here like there. I'm 19 years old. I earn more than both my dad and mom, and I study. And I still have time to do anything I want, you know. You can't have that here. And
Price level.
what?
Price level in Denmark.
The prices are pretty much the same. Yeah. The food is the same, isn't it? How much do you pay for checking here? He pays the same, right?
That's what I'm
There are differences in, I don't know, cigarettes are expensive, going out is expensive. I mean, expensive. It's not expensive for the Danes. They're all rich.
I'd like to respond to that.
But overall it's a great opportunity, and my best advice to you is to go, to try. Like he said, go and try. Like, do your best. You can do it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for my funny friend. Okay, I'm gonna return back to my topic, which I just mentioned a bit. If you're still unsure whether to go or not, let's put it like this. As he said, he's 19. I'm like 22. I mean, I was 19 till 2 weeks ago. When I come back, I was also already mentioning to some people, when I come back to Zagreb right now and like going drink a coffee with a few of my friends, and I ask them like, how is your college, you know, how is it going? And they're like, it's all pretty much the same. It's just like a new building they're going to. It's the same trams, the same coffees, you know, the city, everything's the same. And they're still living with, with their parents, and they don't worry about money. But the thing is, if you go there, first thing, first month is like super exciting because you're alone. You have no parents like to, you know, to be on top of you or like to monitor you wherever you go. But then again, you need to wash clothes, you need to clean, and then like, where's my mom, you know? So from that side, and you need to cook as well. From that side, it's like really cool. A year now, you feel so independent. It's just you live your own life and you do everything 5 or 6 years before everybody of your friends here who just go to a college here. You do it on your own, and you're like, you come back to Croatia and they ask you, and it's like, as I told you, completely different planet out there because you're studying alone in a city. You need to take care of your bills. Nobody's gonna do it for you. You need to take care of your money, of your cooking, of your school. Nobody's gonna push you to school. You know, there's no mom to wake you up. So, but okay, it might be hard because you're kind of alone, but it's in the end, when you kind of look back at it, it's just really, just an amazing experience. So, do go. And Denmark, if you land a job, if you manage to find a job, which in my city, in Aalborg, it's pretty hard. But if you, for example, as I do invite everybody to start volunteering. If you start volunteering, you get a bigger network. After that big network, somebody can help you out. You know, there's always one person who can. And then, for example, you need to do some sacrifices. What I did from my own experience, everybody goes home in the summer. Okay, everybody like July and August, everybody's at home because it's kind of cheaper to live here, right? But I said, okay, I'm gonna stay because if everybody leaves, there might be some vacancies which I can like fill in and get a job. And I did. So right now it's like, yeah, I didn't see my mom for the whole summer, but it's super cool. I have a job now, and just do it, as my friend here said. There are no regrets, but yeah, you wanna say something?
Yeah. One more thing that I want to add, the main difference between like friends in Croatia and friends in International Business Academy. Like when you go here and you go to coffee bars, everything is full, everybody is just sitting on their phones, Facebook, gossips, football. But when you are in like company of 10 people that are all from different countries, you can talk about like your businesses, plans, your future. You can get so good advices and so on. Like for some of my friends already started their companies with like 20 years. And it's really nice opportunity to grow in a different way, in a like better way. And yeah, if you go to any country, like in Europe or even in America, even in China, you will always have some friends, and it's so good like to grow and to have a big network, even for your professional future. And yeah, that's what I wanted to add.
Thank you all. I will make my conclusion now. In 2013, when Croatia entered the EU, Denmark was for Croatian students a known study abroad destination. But today, situation is quite different. And for the last 4 years, we have sent more than 200 students from Croatia and Bosnia to the different study programs all around Denmark. Denmark is now, with UK, one of the most popular study abroad destinations in Croatia because of all different opportunities they are giving to the international students during their studies and after their graduation. That is also one of the reasons we are so happy to have you all here today, to help us to bring Denmark closer to the Croatian students, and we thank you once again for coming. We are getting closer to the end of our panel discussion and would like to invite the audience to feel free to ask questions to each institution. If you have a question, please stand up, tell us your name, how old are you, which school do you attend, and which institution you want to ask a question. So, feel free. No questions? Yeah.
Hello, my name is Sonia. I'm studying at IBA. So I don't know who wants to ask something, but for example, if a child is interested in psychology, which program, which university is it to achieve the 3
Actually, there is no psychology on English in Denmark, unfortunately. Yeah. On an undergraduate degree. Yeah. So. Any other questions? Okay, you can feel free to have a individual meeting with our representatives. Thank you all for coming and participating in this debate.